Hello and welcome to the AirBudspodcast, a regularly occurring NBA podcast. The Airbuds, we're all about regularity. And my name is Jamel Johnson.
My name is Peter.
My name is Mike Bender. Did you call us the Airbids?
Yeah, the Airbeds.
Did I say Airboids?
I think you said Airbids.
I said Airbins? Nah, I said Buds. I said Airbins last week.
Podcast. This is a podcast about basketball. I'm just going to get right to it, guys. We had some business to get out of the way. If you want to support the Buds, go to patreon.com/airbudspod. $5 a month gets you bonus episodes, get you access to the Discord. If you can't do that, go to Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Give us a 5-star review. All that, blah, 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 blah. Any other business we got to get out of the way, guys?
We got a guest
Talk more
today.
about the blah, 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 blah. What is where can people find that, Mike?
Blah, 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 .patreon.com.
Nice.
Patreon.com, I think.
Patreon.com. Yeah. Cool. All right, great. Yeah, welcome to the show. Happy in-season tournament, baby. We're an IST pod.
We'll get to that in a second. Let's introduce our very excellent guest. You know him from The Bear. You know him from his excellent special called Street Special. You know him from The Curse, on which he is a staff writer, which is incredible. I just learned right before we started recording this. He is going to be in Denver this Monday. Is that right?
December 11th, baby! Let's go, Denver! Pull up!
You can see him in Denver doing stand-up this Monday, December 11th. Please welcome Carmen Christopher.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to do a podcast at 7:30 a.m. LA time.
Appreciate you, man. That one's totally on me. I have to be in North Hollywood at 9 a.m. and
For another podcast?
For another goddamn podcast.
I knew it. There's no doubt.
I mean, what are you saying? Benner last night was like, no, let's cover the in-season tournament. We were going to do this at a normal time, and then Benner asked if we could cover the games like real reporters.
Well, you know what? I'm glad that we're doing it because, let me say, I got to get something off my chest because I can't watch these games until they change the courts. They're so ugly, and it's hard to follow the players, and I don't know where the ball is. It's hard on your eyes. They figured out the court when they started basketball, and they're fucking it up. And they're going to lose fans. And I'm serious. It's really bad for basketball. They're losing fans. I can't watch the games. I'm watching the highlights.
Let's just be specific, though. Let's be specific. It's the Indiana Pacer court.
Indiana
Pacer court.
All bad. They're all bad.
Looks like a Marvel blue screen. It's like the set for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is where they're playing basketball.
I lost the ball a lot last night. I did. I tried to pretend that it was good still, but I lost the ball.
The only people that could say that is like Barkley and Shaq talking shit about it. Do we know? Because they're the only ones who could change it. Because they make fun of the league, and then the league will listen. Are they making fun of it? Do we know?
Well, no, they're not. Kenny and Charles have some personal stuff going on. That's all I can tell. Kenny knocked something out of Charles's hands last night on air. They got some other stuff going on.
Is Kenny going through a divorce? The outfit he was wearing last night felt like Jalen Rose 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah. He's like past divorced. I think he's just saying he's single.
Wow. He's supposed to be a good guy. Do you think Shaq and
we all know only the bads get divorced.
That's true.
You think Shaq and Barkley are jealous that he's single because they know he can go smash at 12:30 when they're done recording and they have to go families?
Nah, because I think they think it's funny because they just get to go to bed and they're like, Kenny, you gotta go have sex right now. Fucking loser.
Banish it.
Got to go to Magic City and try to eat some hot wings and meet a single woman.
Yeah, good luck getting up on some hoes, old man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they recorded in Atlanta, right?
Yep.
Wow. It's a good place to be single if you're Kenny. Because everybody knows him there.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. I think Kenny doesn't have any trouble in Atlanta, right?
No.
Yeah, no. If you are a noteworthy black person in Atlanta, you're good. At least I have to think. Unless you're Candace Owens, maybe?
If you go out to Atlanta, what's up with you? Are they going to – they know about the special that just dropped?
Yeah, I could go to like 2 neighborhoods. and they're both outside.
I think everybody in Atlanta knows
like,
all about Out the City for sure.
Hell yeah! If I went to East Atlanta right now, I would get stopped. Just I couldn't move through the grocery store.
You're talking
Joel,
about.
You could go to. I feel like we could get you. You could be East Atlanta Santa in a music video this year, right?
I mean, I feel like they need an East Atlanta elf. They already got East Atlanta Santa. His name's Gucci Mane. He died in prison, and then they cloned him.
But has Gucci Mane ever done it? I don't even know. I know he has like 8 East Atlanta Santa albums. Does he have an actual video where he is East Atlanta Santa?
I don't think he ever puts the suit on, but they did a song. They did a video for it. The Saint Brick intro.
Got it. This is a podcast about basketball. I gotta say, I actually have come to like the courts.
Whoa!
Wow. Nah, that's
the blue
Stockholm.
court.
He's Stockholm, yo. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not seeing clear. Because I did the same thing. While I couldn't even see the ball, I was like, "Man, these courts are exciting. Where's the ball?"
Man,
do you remember like the first time
that?
you saw White Man Can't Jump, and you kind of like halfway through you talked
the Jack Harlow version? Go on.
the original version.
Yeah,
and
the Jack Harlow version.
When you were a tiny white child and you were like halfway through, you're like, I could talk myself into dressing like Woody Harrelson. Like, I think that's kind of how I feel about the courts. Like, it was like halfway through the tournament, I was like, I can kind of get into these courts.
Well, see, it's interesting because you look back at Woody Harrelson's outfit and you're like, that's actually kind of cool. We're going to look back at these courts and be like, that was so stupid. It's so bad. It's like looking back at the big shorts that like the guys wore.
Yeah, TJ Ford.
Yeah, they were like
TJ Ford,
really,
Gilbert.
You can't really cross somebody over in shorts like that.
Yet still, they found a way.
Yeah, a little bit.
Allen Iverson would like a word, Carmen.
I mean, Allen Iverson's were manageable. But
yeah, there were dudes a couple steps past him. TJ Ford was like 3 steps past Iverson's.
That's true. Yeah. TJ McConnell, low key, kind of has like way too baggy shorts. I feel like. Is it just because he's tiny?
Yeah.
Yeah, they keep giving him the wrong size on purpose for sure. That's like he's got personal beef with the equipment guy.
Well, speaking of TJ McConnell, last night the Pacers beat the Boston Celtics in the first game of the quarterfinals of the IST, 122-112. Did you guys watch any of this?
I watched.
You know what? 9, and then you were just like, "Fuck this court."
Yeah.
No, 9 minutes are what the highlights were. I watched them last night to prepare for this podcast.
I think, yeah. Carmen's just seeing everything in a blue tint now because of the court.
I was so mad, right? Like for the first 3 minutes, I was like, I can't believe this court. And then, Halliburton rips it up, and I'm like, this guy is incredible. It's just embarrassing that we're going to have to look back and see that he dominated Boston on an ugly-ass court.
It's, when you're bouncing your grandkids on your knee, and you're like, let me tell you, kids. Let me tell you, 2023 was a really dark, fucked up year.
Well, it was a bright blue year. It was a bright neon blue year.
Those guys last night were spotting up from multiple times and draining threes from like 6-7 feet out. And with the court looking like that, it really truly felt like some MTV Rock and Jock shit, where it was like all they need is a 4-point shot. They should have a 4-point shot in the tournament.
It's coming next.
Don't worry. If you're gonna do a tournament, make it like you don't need to paint the court crazy to get us pumped. Give us a 4-point shot for the tournament.
I thought they were going to do the Elam ending for this too. I thought they were going to do like the All-Star game kind of ending where you had to play to a certain number.
Oh, I don't even. Yeah,
they got rid of that. They got rid of that even in the All-Star game this year because they realized how dumb it was.
Well, does it make the game longer?
It's stupid. Yeah, fuck that. That's dumb.
I do feel like you of the three of us, you were the most on board for the Elam ending or whatever. The Elam ending.
Yeah, it's fun.
Elam ending.
The Elam ending. We all just play to a number like it's the fucking
the Elam
playground. Yeah, like it's the Elam.
Well, I'll say something about the game.
Okay.
Sure, go ahead. That's helpful.
Kristaps Porzingis missing a big, meaningful game for the Celtics. The prophecy's been fulfilled.
Yeah, that's kind of what he does, right?
So what happens next? Is he actually available for the real finals now? Because he missed the in-season tournament?
Do you think they hurt him now so he could be free for the playoffs, is what you're saying?
This is the theory that I'm presenting to you now, is this is all a part of the Celtics plan.
Wait, so I don't get it. What are you trying to say? If you don't
here's what I'm trying to say. Kristaps, this is what everyone says. Everyone on earth says Kristaps Porzingis. What's his worst quality, would you say, Carmen?
He's always hurt. Absolutely.
He's always hurt. He's always hurt when it's time to play the basketball.
Yeah.
So they had Brad Stevens commissions the league to add an in-season tournament so they can ensure that he will be hurt for a meaningless game that still does not matter.
So
this is what I'm saying to you.
You think it exists just so Kristaps Porzingis can be hurt? And it's
just so he can make it through the 2023-2024 season. That's it.
That's very funny.
I will say he has missed 5 of their 20 games. He's missed 25% of their games so far already. I think he's just going to be missing a lot the entire way through the season.
I will say, as a guy who has strained his calf this millennium, I will say it is a touchy injury. I remember I almost ripped my calf off the muscle at the Salvation Army gym in the fucking Zog Sports playoffs. You remember this? I had to ice my calf down they made me sit in the equipment closet while the game played.
Why?
How does that happen?
Because they didn't have seats. There was a gym with no seats. It was like playing at LA Fitness. And I got hurt in the middle of the game, so they had to make me sit in the equipment closet because that was the only place you could sit.
How does a calf injury like that happen? Is it just stretching? Like not stretching?
Yeah, it's like not stretching, because I definitely didn't stretch. It happened to me because I'm fat and I didn't stretch. And then I tried to do something athletic.
Well, you know what I think is funny is we as like men in our 30s, we play pickup basketball. We'll play for like, I will say even up to 2 hours without stretching. And we only play once a week. And you got real professionals who get like 2 hours of stretching in before playing 36 minutes. But we have the audacity to go out there and run full speed for 2 hours and think that we're not going to get hurt. And then go straight to in and out after.
Yeah.
No stretching afterwards either.
I stretch before I in and out. I don't stretch.
I was about to say I only stretch when I go to in and out. That's what I do. I get out of my car.
Yesterday after.
Nah, but I thought about it. I just think about it in my car. I just sit in the car and I don't turn it on for like 20 minutes, and I just think about going to In-N-Out Burger.
I will say there was when the Lakers played the Sixers last week, there was like a cute story that came up about like Tyrese Maxey and LeBron James racing to get to the gym first in the morning to like see who could warm up. And Tyrese Maxey talked about how he like goes to the gym at 5 a.m. to like stretch for an hour before he starts lifting weights. And that made me feel like absolute garbage. Like I felt like such a piece of shit where it's like, I don't think I've stretched in 3 years intentionally.
But you know what I want to say? I want to give us some credit here. They have a staff that's stretching them.
That's true.
There's another person who's at the gym at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Like
he is on his phone on Tinder while a guy is putting his leg over his head. Yeah.
Yeah.
I worked out with a trainer for the first time in New York a few weeks ago, twice. And it was like, when somebody is watching you, you just work out harder. And then I took his workouts and I tried to do them on my own. And I was like, man, this sucks. It's just harder. And like, he barely did anything. It's just when someone's staring at you, like, you don't want to look like a little bitch. So you pull up, you know what I mean? But like, you can't like get that. You don't get that same energy when you're alone.
I wonder if you could pay someone like a half the price you pay the trainer just to be the one watching.
Yeah. That would be fun.
It's like, yo, I'll pay you $30. Just come watch me at the gym.
I'll just look at you with my arms folded.
Yeah, just give Jamel like $30, and he'll just act like he knows what he's talking about while you do all the exercises the trainer told you to do.
Go up again.
A group of teenagers on the Philadelphia subway to watch me work out, and I think that would make me work much harder.
That would be fun.
Would you pay them also to not make fun of you? Intensely?
That's the thing. It's like I want to make them not make fun of me, so I would just be like, "All right, I'll give you guys each $10 to just watch me work out for an hour, and I'll work really hard and try to make you not make fun of me."
Yeah, here comes the guy who brings the teenagers into the gym to watch him. That seems like that'll go well for everybody.
Yeah. Don't tell the cops about it.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Great pause. Great pause. Great planned transition.
The Pacers are a straight up like 90s team, where it's like Halliburton is not like, he's so good, but he's not a superstar in the way that like the world doesn't know him like the way basketball people know him. So
he's like Rip Hamilton, like 2.0 for sure.
Yeah, also like Buddy Hield. Like Buddy Hield's pretty good. In 10 years, no one will talk about Buddy Hield. You know what I mean? Like no one's gonna remember Buddy Hield. It's sad because he's good, but there's like players. There's players from 10 years ago that you're like, you'll be on Instagram. They'll be like, "What happened to this guy?" Like, and you're like, "Damn, there was like, you have like players." Go ahead.
People do not talk about Michael Redd. He was in the Olympics. He's got a gold medal, and no one talks about Michael Redd.
So good. I mean, yeah, he was like Ray Allen type level shooting.
Yeah, almost exactly.
What about the Pacers makes you think of the 90s, though? Because I feel like, to me, they shoot as many threes in a game as like some 90s team shot in a season or a month.
I think personality more than the actual like style. Like, you got a guy like McConnell. It's like that guy looks like he's from the 90s. Like Buddy Hield is like random. Like Halliburton is like no one talks about him.
And Rick Carlisle is like Bill Clinton.
Yeah, there you go. He's getting domed out. I don't know. They're just like Indiana. Like Indiana is just like Indiana. When was the last time Indiana was good at basketball? The 90s?
Probably the 90s. They had a little run there. They were going up against LeBron's Heatles for a little bit. Paul George, Deshaun Stevenson, Roy Hibbert. Before that, it was definitely Reggie Miller.
It was Reggie Miller scoring 10 points to get the Knicks in 40 seconds or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to point out TJ McConnell, -5 in his 10 minutes last night. TJ McConnell, bad at basketball. I do not understand why anybody thinks he's good. Not good. Bad for any team he plays on.
Carmen, you're new here. Mike Benner he's racist only against one group of people, and that's white point guards.
Under 6 feet tall.
Yeah, if you're a short white point guard, he thinks you should get deported. Send him back to Ireland, or he says all type of shit.
I'm from Philly.
Who are the other white point guards under 6 feet? Caruso? No, Caruso's
run him off. Run off.
Ricky Rubio. I actually like Caruso.
Ricky Rubio.
Rubio? Yeah, he white. Yeah, Spain's Europe. Hey, they did some shit.
No, he's white. He's a spicy white. I do like Ricky Rubio. He's spicy. No, I don't know. I think TJ McConnell, as a Philly fan, I was infuriated how much people overvalued him as a Sixer when he was like legitimately bad for the team. Like he had a few cool moments and everybody thought he was like, they were like, no, we don't need Tyrese Maxey. We should have kept TJ McConnell. And it's like fucking insane.
Wow.
I mean, that's not what should have happened. But TJ did win games. I saw him win games for you guys by himself.
He had one game winner. Literally like one game winner in his entire career.
That's technically games.
White people like to get hyped about white basketball players. They want to see themselves in somebody. And
I mean, don't we all?
I was just going to say it's a normal human instinct. I think it's fine. But it's like it's really scraping the bottom of when you're getting hyped for TJ McConnell.
The only thing worse than white basketball players are white running backs. That is.
No, what's worse than that is white defensive backs. White defensive back is the worst.
And by worse, I just mean like where like the obsession lies. Like a white running back.
Sure.
Like a Mike Allstott is like.
Sure.
Allstott.
Yo, I can't even think of one white corner back.
There's only Jason Sehorn.
Yeah, is that the guy from the Giants?
Yes.
Oh, Jason Sehorn.
Yes, he married Angie Harmon. They got engaged on the Jay Leno Tonight Show. Yes.
Yo, Jason.
What about John Lynch?
He played safety. We're talking about the wrong sport. It's a podcast about basketball. What the hell was I about to say? The Pacers are a team.
Wait! Before we move on, I do want to say, I feel like white running backs and cornerbacks would actually be more fun to hang out with than like a white point guard.
Why?
I think you have that. I think you're way off. Way off.
I feel like a white like running back is probably like into like hardcore music and like drinking and like would just like be like down for whatever.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Like you're talking about more crazy.
Yeah, they're crazy. Like you'd be hanging out with like fucking Henry Rollins every night if you hung out with them.
It's just a car with hopefully the car has a roll cage.
Yeah. Whereas like TJ McConnell is probably like into Bible study at night.
Which is the inverse of a lot of the white football players, because football is extremely Christian. But I think I see your logic. I think the white player you would play out with. I think what you're really looking for is a white defensive lineman. This is the Henry Rollins guy.
like a before he got sober, Max Crosby.
Yes, exactly.
How tall is Max Crosby?
Tall as shit.
Probably 6'4".
He's built like fucking Waluigi.
And that's fun because you can just fucking like jump on that guy's back and he probably just will like have fun with it, you know?
That's what happens when I get drunk around you, Benner.
Yeah, you jump on my back.
I just throw myself at you and you contain me like a ball of energy.
Okay, so I just did a fun thing. I Googled percentage of white offensive linemen in the NFL. You guys want to guess what it is?
100.
I'm going 82.
I'm going
82?
75.
75, okay.
I'm sticking with 100.
All right.
3% Samoan.
I'm going to go with 49%. Okay. Yeah, it is. It's 49%. And yeah.
You can't Google it and then guess the right answer after you Google it.
Go with it.
The center position is 82% white.
Aha, I knew I had one of them demos.
Yeah, you nailed that, 82.
I know a demo.
And then 46% black. But what is the remaining percentage?
That's Samoan. American Samoan.
American Samoan.
And like one Asian guy and...
There's got to be one Mexican in there. Garza?
Yeah, exactly. One Mexican and five Polynesian guys and one dude from the Netherlands.
No Jews.
Can I say something about the Pacers again?
Also no Jews.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, so the Pacers is. I feel like
worried about right now. Sorry.
You guys know I'm running for mayor. I can't. Anyway, like there's kind of this thing. I know that this is the era where this is the people who shot the most threes, and it's all threes. But then, like, what about like the Kiki Vanderway, like the Alex English, the Nuggets back in the day would put up like 150.
That's crazy.
Like the 80s. This is like the 70s, like the 80s.
And they were all twos.
And they were all twos.
They were all mid-rangers.
It's just a vibe. The vibe is just we don't play defense. But you know how I know the NBA Cup matters to the players because the Pacers did play defense. They attempted defense.
Well, yeah, you're there. You can get $500,000.
It matters to the teams that are like Boston You would think they would care more, but they don't. Also, like, when are Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum going to be the best? Like, how many years do we have to go through where they're the best and then they just don't show up?
Seems like about 4 more, at least.
I don't think they are the best. I don't think they play well together. I know they're the best team by far in the league, but it still doesn't feel like when you watch them win, like they're playing well together.
You think they just, each of them play too much iso ball and they would be better off with one left?
I mean, I guess not, because they like go to the Eastern Conference Finals or the Finals every year. But there is something about basketball that feels like it should also be aesthetically pleasing, and I'm never like, wow, look at those two guys vibe.
That do the same thing.
Yeah.
On the same. Well, that's interesting because, you know, as a Bulls fan, it is like watching LaVine and DeRozan together it's atrocious. They both are ball dominant, and then, you know, you see LaVine and DeRozan are out, and then the Bulls beat fucking a full-strength Milwaukee in overtime. Then they beat the Pelicans the next game without LaVine. And I'm like, well, we do have pieces. And you remember that it is a game of balance, like you were saying. And you need pieces. Like, you don't – like, once you have two guys doing the same – that's why I still don't understand the Luka and Kyrie thing. I think they're doing fine now. I just don't think it'll work long term. Like, you need balance.
The difference with them, though, is they're both really good shooters. So, like, when it comes time for somebody, like, all right, I'm the one with the ball, the other one can be a catch-and-shoot guy. Sure. I don't think a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Like, DeRozan's not really like that.
And they're both good passers. Right?
Yeah, I mean, the Wizards, I went through the same thing with the Wizards that you're going through now, where the team will just play better when none of the stars are around because everything's
it's really
set up wrong
inappropriate for you to compare any of our guests' teams to the Wizards. That's not.
It's the Bulls. It's the Bulls.
Even so, Jamel, let's just be respectful of our guests. You know,
it's the Chicago Bulls.
The Bulls are on another tier from the Wizards, I think. Yeah.
No, they're the Bulls now. No, it's the Bulls now.
Yeah, but the Bulls
got into the play-in, almost beat the Heat. You know, I just want to be respectful of our.
No, I get it.
A seasoned television writer and comedian. I don't want you to, piss everybody off who comes in and compare their team to the Wizards.
But the Bulls have a history. The Wizards don't have a history.
Of course, we don't have a history. No, I know about the history. I'm talking about today's Bulls.
They have a history. It's just not.
Yeah, there's books. They wrote down what happened.
There's no books.
Was there any time when they signed Vucevic and DeRozan and LaVine that you were optimistic at all? Was there any point that you were like, I believe in this?
They were in first place with Lonzo. They were in first place 30 games through the season. That's a third of the season. They were in first place. When your team's in first place, you're hyped. And then he went down. They still made the playoffs. They got beat down by Milwaukee. And we were like, I've been optimistic this whole time until this season. And I'm a pretty optimistic person. I think they're so bad right now. But, like, these last 2 wins, if anything, these last 2 wins probably going to fuck up my year because now I'm going to start watching games again. And then I'm going to waste a bunch of time when I should be working.
See? I understand this.
Yeah.
I can relate to this.
Yeah. It sucks.
Also, Carmen should be thanking me. Carmen, the you know what the Wizards used to be called? The Chicago Zephyrs, okay? Ooh. And we left town. They got ran out of town because they sucked so bad that you got to get a new, better team.
That is wild. I never think about that.
You're welcome, Carmen.
I might not have known.
When did the Chicago Zephyrs leave town, Jamel?
Because they got rid of 1800s John Wall. They had 1800s John Wall. They had a point guard back then who was just fucking around. Got caught up in prohibition and
Prohibition in Chicago was banging.
We haven't talked about the other game.
A zephyr is a soft, gentle breeze. Why are they called?
What is this?
Oh, because of the Windy City? Is that why they were the Chicago Zephyrs?
Nah, it was all bad. The name was terrible. The team I can only assume was terrible.
Well, it's not even a soft, gentle breeze. It's a fucking it's a nightmare. It's a bone chilling like death.
I thought it was a blimp. I thought a Zephyr was one of the. I thought that was the blimp that blew up in World War I or whatever. What was that?
You're thinking of a
Hindenburg?
Zeppelin.
Hindenburg Zeppelin.
Yeah.
I thought that was a diamond place. Hindenburg Zeppelin diamonds.
That's where I got my engagement ring for my wedding. Yeah.
I got a ginger.
Let's jump into the second game of last night real quick because we only got 10 minutes left before we got a hard out. The Pelicans won 127-117, even though it was a 10-point game, just like the Pacers and Celtics. This one didn't feel quite as close or competitive at all. It felt like the Pelicans were pretty much in control the entire second half. I don't know. What did you guys think?
Whole way with McCollum back, it's all falling into place. And you know damn well Zion Williamson is not missing out on a free trip to Las Vegas. My man was turned up.
I saw that tweet and I wanted to like it, but I didn't. But I'm gonna like it now.
Thanks, buddy. Also, Brandon Ingram seems to love Vegas. They asked him one question in the postgame. Hey, you like Vegas? You a Vegas guy?
And
he just goes,
yeah. Yeah, this is a team built for the buffet. Sabonis, I've said this a million times. This guy's 7'1". He's the smallest 7'1" guy I've ever seen in my life.
He is 6'8". Let's be real.
He was just getting fucking destroyed by Valanciunas in the post. It was crazy.
Yeah, Valanciunas is no joke, though, huh?
He's got a real frame.
No.
Yeah.
And Sabonis kept saying his hand was fucked up. Sabonis was complaining about a hand injury. Who knows how real it was, but he is tiny. True. I agree.
He did tally a triple-double, so you can't complain too much, but he gave back on defense as much as he got on offense.
I mean, God, I hope it's the Pacers and the Pelicans now. This tournament should be always involving two teams with no shot at anything, and it's going to be a good ass time.
What games we got? The Knicks and who?
Knicks and Bucks.
Tonight we have the Knicks and Bucks, and we have the Suns and the Lakers.
So, I would love to see the Knicks verse. I don't know. I like the Garden, man. Sorry.
That's fair.
I like the Garden.
But then it's in Vegas.
We'll have no games in the Garden at all because the home game is going to be at Milwaukee tonight, and then if they make it, they'll be in Vegas, right?
You would hate it if it was at the Garden.
100% they're playing this at the Sphere next year, right? Ooh. IST at the Sphere. If they're doing the IST, if they're doing the Summer League at the Sphere, they're definitely going to do the fucking tourney there.
Whoa, wait! I didn't even think. Should we go to a game in Vegas? When is the game? When is the tournament?
Shit, it's like next week, man. I'm going east already.
Right?
I got miles on my lease on my Subaru. I could just drive down there. This is the one positive of living in LA is you could just drive to Vegas.
That's true. It is.
What is the date?
It's this Thursday, Friday.
Thursday is the semifinals.
Damn.
And then I guess Saturday is the final. I mean, I don't have any. I'll go. Jamal, are you in town?
No.
Shit. I can't. I'll be in Bozeman. I got a show in Bozeman at Last Best Comedy on the 8th. You guys, thank you. Sorry for the plug.
Bozeman, Montana. Oh, sorry. I forgot to plug that up top. Bozeman, Montana. Go see Carmen.
We're big out there.
If there's one person from Bozeman, Montana, listening to this podcast right now, please DM one of us. We argued before the show, and it actually wasn't an argument. We agreed that no one in Montana listens to this podcast.
Yeah, please DM us unless you have already DM'd me and called me Jamal, in which case I have blocked you.
I mean, that's got to happen a lot.
That happens. I think every person I've interacted with from Montana has called me Jamal in my DMs, and I have blocked them.
And in person on their end, they're calling it Jamal. for sure.
Yeah, they got no clue what's going on.
I do remember in one of our own old server apps, they did like national demographics that had a map. I do think we were represented in every state except for Alaska.
Because they don't got hooping out there.
Yeah.
I
think they don't have podcasts out there either. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they got to listen to salmon talk.
Yeah.
The only person they listen to is Balto. Am I right? Balto. Balto the dog. Balto.
Oh,
coming
the
in.
dog. The sledding dog.
Yeah, Balto, the sled dog.
Balto.
Peter, we're an Airbud podcast, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, what are you doing? Naming other fictional dogs for?
Balto. Okay, I'm done.
I feel like CJ McCollum, him staying healthy is the big question mark. If he could stay healthy, they could win a chip. Pelicans. Chip.
I mean,
if the whole team could stay healthy. Like, last night was like the first time it feels like in a while where they were all healthy and they fucking looked incredible.
Yeah.
You ever notice that Zion runs just like Chelsea Gray?
I've never noticed that.
When Zion is jogging back on defense, kind of bow-legged and weird. Because they just seem like they never pick their feet up. They're actually both just like speed walking and never running.
Like the Chris Paul commercial?
Yeah.
Yeah. They got their arms a little too high as they're going.
Yeah, man. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's a funny little... If you like making fun of people's gaits, that's a pair for you.
We got to wrap it up soon, but who do you guys have for tonight? I'm going to go ahead and pick the Bucks and the Lakers to win. I think this tournament is favoring teams that try very hard, like try hard teams, and I think the Bucks and the Lakers, out of the two games, are the two try hardest teams there are.
Oh, I'm going to go Suns. Is KD and Booker playing?
I believe so, yeah. Booker is he arrived to the practice facility in a lowrider and in his Cholo cosplay last night.
Well, he's half Mexican.
Is he half Mexican?
Yeah, he's got a granddad.
Oh.
I although Eric Gordon is a game time decision, I got to go with Phoenix.
That's fair. Hey, Jordan Goodwin finally caught on. He's playing a pretty good backup point guard role for them this year, and I'm glad I was sort of right about that.
I got to go Knicks. I think the Knicks are deeper, and I think they're going to be more motivated.
Deeper than a healthy Bucks?
Yeah, I think so.
Bucks at home. I'm going Bucks.
But I also think Giannis is going to be crazy motivated because his brother gets an extra, $300,000? So maybe he can get off the couch for once.
$500. Yeah.
$500,000.
Leave me alone, thin asses.
He can get off the couch and get his own couch with $5. Yeah.
You can get him out of his fucking house for once. I got Bucks for that.
I just think Giannis and LeBron are the two guys that care the most about dumb shit like this. And Carmen, I'll just show my ass right now. I think the IST is pointless. I still don't really get why we're doing it, other than to give guys $500,000. But I think Giannis and LeBron are like two of the guys in this whole thing that are just like really, they want to win because they just want to win a pointless thing.
Yeah. Now,
they're interested. They just want to be in the history books everywhere. Yeah.
So all the guys, all the players on the team get $500,000. Does the staff get anything? Like the people that need the money?
I hope so.
I think the coaches get something. I do. I wonder that. I think the coaches get something.
What does the lady in accounting get?
Yeah,
she gets a free night at
Circus.
Yeah, Treasure Island, I think.
like me rooting. It's such a bizarre thing to be like, I am rooting for a millionaire to get another $500,000. Win. Like, this is demented. Like,
there's a couple of dudes on each roster who are actually broke.
And that is what I'm like.
That's
like,
it.
Okay,
but everybody else is to have millions of
NBA
dollars.
assistant coaches will earn an additional share of the pool money that will equal 75% of the winning coach's total payout.
What?
So they'll get $20,000.
A head coach of the tournament's winning team will earn $500K. Like,
I mean, like,
so the tournament runner. Just cash.
But I just feel like they're like if the Lakers win and like they don't all pool their $500,000 together to like give a share to like Alex Fudge and Colin Castleton who are like on two-way deals, like fuck them. Like why? Like give it to the guys that are like making $800,000 a year, who like probably won't be playing past the age of 25.
But also, I'm like, fuck all of them. Give them to like needy kids. Like, what is? You know what I mean? Like, I don't
Another
care
fair
about
point.
This guy.
Yeah.
I don't care about this guy at the end of the bench that didn't help my team win, who's slowing down practice, who's not making me better because he's giving it to.
Is LeBron gonna donate his winnings to somebody or something?
He's gonna donate it to his own museum in Akron. It's a write-off. I can't believe we haven't talked about his museum yet on the pod. We need to, I think, go through a whole virtual tour on that.
Well, technically, you guys could keep going. I just got to dip. I got to go to North Hollywood and poop right now.
Let's wrap.
But I could just move. I could just meet my. Okay.
No,
we
let's
all
call
got to
it.
go to North Hollywood, aka poop. Carmen, where can people find you if they're not? I imagine most of our followers are already following you, but where can people find you online?
Yeah, you can follow me on Carmen on Instagram platform, where I post about everything that is entertainment related, for only about myself. December 11th at Comedy Works in Denver. Please come to that show.
Come on, all our folks in Littleton, pull up.
I like Joker.
Aurora, we need to see you. I did check. The Nuggets are going to be out of town. But Aurora, we need to see you. Everybody at Wolfpack Dispensary, get up there.
Let's go.
Thank you guys for listening. We love you. Bye.